I don't know if I'm living sometimes or if I'm doing a to-do list. And then I don't know whose to-do list it is sometimes. I don't know if it's my own things that I want to be doing. Is it things that I feel like people want me to be doing? Like, whose expectations am I living up to? And I want you to try it too. I know it's hard, man. It's hard, bruh. It's hard to fucking try, especially when you have there's a feeling inside of you like the world never tried for you. This world never fucking tried for me. I'm always waiting for everything to be perfect before I live my life. As soon as these things line up, I'm gonna live my life. Man, I'm so guilty of that. Can't wait, man. It's not all I'm never gonna get to that where everything's okay, where everything looks a certain way. And in the meantime, I'm burning the best time I do have available. I'm burning that candle up. I'm burning this candle down, and I'm saying as soon as it gets bright enough or warm enough in here, I'm gonna show up. But the candle's getting smaller. It's a trap.
There's a ton of days where your podcast was the only time I smiled that day, so keep doing the Lord's work, man. Take care of yourself. Gang.
Thanks, bruh. You too, man. I'm proud of you, dude. It's hard. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because I know how hard it is to take care of ourselves. I know how hard it is to take care of ourselves. I know that, for me, I never wanted to take care of myself because if I took care of myself, then I was doing somebody else's job. Instead, I just always wanted to show you how much I was hurting, I can call my mom and just try and be loving and not try and be argumentative, even if I want to be somewhere inside of me. Because she's lived a long life and she's not a perfect person, and neither am I. And when was maybe the last time I called up and didn't give her any grief about how she's spending her day or how she's spending her money or what her plans are, but just let her know that I cared, Asked her if I could do something to help. I don't know. Well, I expected myself to be perfect, so then I never was because it's impossible. So then, therefore, the biggest thing I have to learn is to ask for help. It's the same thing about me just wanting to be the only person that's allowed to run my show or to even know what my show is. I don't want to tell somebody else that I think I'm going to mess up, or because if I do that, then I'm weak. The only person I need is me. But now, even though I don't want to admit it, but now I'm not afraid to admit that I need other people. I get a little scared sometimes when I think when things are going well or when things are feeling good. It's like, I don't know how to handle it. I think there's a little part of me that feels like, you don't deserve it, or something's wrong. I think I'm just so used to the feelings inside of me over the years not being good ones that that those are the footprints. Those are the footprints I continue to walk in. I think sometimes I just put all this pressure on myself. I don't know. I'll do something the right way that people aren't going to care anymore. And so then it makes me kind of, I think, afraid to do anything. You know, if I'm not the right amount of funny or the right amount of serious, I don't even know if I do it consciously. That's the thing. It's not like choices I'm making. I think probably when I was young, I felt like if I didn't behave a certain way that people weren't going to care about me. The care that I received from people was directly correlated to how I behaved. And I was only going to be cared about if I behaved an exact way. And I could never figure out what that way was. A lot of me has been searching. You know, this searching for how do I crack this code? What numbers do I have to line up correctly to get the care that I need, you know? And I was never good at saying when I needed help. Never good at saying, hey, I need help. So funny, because even as a child, you know, I was a loud man. I was always saying something. It was all just hot air, man. The thing I needed to feel that somebody cares about me, needed it when I was young. Because I just didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. I'm just trying to feel what feelings are inside of me so I can take some action. And some days, man, it's hard to be funny. It's hard, man. Then I hear, oh, we'll always support you. You know, we'll always support you. And it's just something you got to tell your kids when they're young, is that, you know, just that you love them no matter what. Like, no matter what. Because I always felt like every next step of my comfort was dependent upon how I was behaving at that second, at that moment. There just wasn't room for my feelings. So a lot of times I think when I was young, I just didn't have them. And so then that's why I have more of them now. That my brain doesn't dictate how. My brain does not get to choose. My brain can feel a certain way, but it's not going to choose how I behave all the time. I just can't let it do it anymore. I'm going to have setbacks, I know. But if I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean I am bad. That doesn't mean that I can't still take some action. Because, yeah, nothing changes if nothing changes, man. You know, we'll sit around forever wondering, well, what if I